What's up, guys? So today I'm going to talk a little bit about volume and why I train 3 times a week. So let's jump into it. First of all, volume is key to building muscle. Um, from a priority list, the top priority list for building muscle should start out with volume, and then work its way down, from time under tension, intensity, and so on. So right here, we're just specifically focusing on volume because that's the most important. Um, so also, muscle protein synthesis is completed within 24 to 48 hours. So keep that in mind. So before I get into this a little bit more, this is not a plan or a system that you should just jump right into. You should slowly work your way up. You want to slowly increase volume over time, and you want to slowly increase your frequency over time. You don't just want to start working out 3 to 4 times a week, doing a crap load of volume and beating your body down. So that's that. So let's jump right into it. Okay. For a person, and this is for a normal bodybuilder, they train one muscle group once a week, right? So I got a list of what I would do if I were to train once a week, one body part. I would do, and we're going to specifically focus on chest. I would do barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, cable fly, incline fly, machine press, and chest dips. Now, the reps and sets would go anywhere from 4 sets to 10 reps. So let's focus on that. Usually hypertrophy is anywhere from 8 to 12. So for sets and reps, we're going to focus on 4 sets of 10 reps. So keep that in mind. Now if I were to train twice a week, right, one muscle group, which would be chest again, I would do barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, cable fly, and chest dips. As of right now, since I'm training 3 times a week, I am doing barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, and cable fly. So I'm going to show you guys. If you guys can see that, this is once a week, that's twice a week, and that's 3 times a week right there. That. Okay? So, in order to figure out volume, our volume load, right? The equation should be like this. You want to take your reps times your sets times your weight. So say I do bench press for about 135 pounds. I'm going to take that times 4 times 10. And the total volume for that lift comes out to be about 5,400 pounds. Pounds is what we're going to go by. Okay, so since we got that all figured out, now I have all of the total volume pounds for each lift written down. Okay, and you guys can see that right there. The total pounds are all right there. Okay, so since that's covered, now we're going to look at total volume for each of those sessions, okay? So, to start out with, a bodybuilder that usually trains once a week, let's look at me for an example. If I were to train once a week, right, my total volume in that session would be 8,000 pounds, okay? So now, what I used to do is I would train a muscle group 2 times a week. So back then, my volume was about 11,600 pounds for one session. Now we're going to look at that and take it times 2 because we're training that muscle group twice a week. So the total volume for that comes out to be 23,200 pounds. Now that's a lot more than 8,000 pounds, guys. Remember, this is total volume, and volume is key for building muscle, okay? So, now I am training 3 times a week, right? I'm doing 3 lifts, barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, and cable flies. Keeping it very simple. The total volume for that comes out to be 9,600 pounds. But we got to find the weekly volume. So, throughout that week, since I train that 3 times a week, we're going to take 9,000 pounds. Well, 9,600 pounds times 3. So, my total weekly volume, training 3 times a week, comes out to be 28,800 pounds. So if you guys can see, that's a lot more than once a week. That's a lot more volume than once a week. Now we're talking about specifically weekly volume, okay? So, for once a week, it came out to be 8,000 pounds. For twice a week, it came out to be 23,200 pounds. For 3 times a week, it came out to be 28,800 pounds. And I'll show you guys. So if you guys can see that right there, weekly volume, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Okay? So now, I was asked by a subscriber, how am I training 3 times a week? Basically, I'm doing a push-pull split. So as in split, I mean this. Alright, so we know there's 7 days in a week, right? So, on my push days, I'm going to focus on my chest, triceps, legs, and I think that's it. Maybe a little bit of shoulders, not sure. Maybe like some presses and stuff like that. But this is how it's going to look. Throughout the week, right? You guys can see, there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it goes down. Saturday's rest. So it goes push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. So I have 3 sessions of pushes, 3 sessions of pulls, right? So for push days, I do legs, chest, triceps, and shoulders. For pull days, I do back, biceps, abs, and shoulders, right? So within those 2 days, I'm working my full body, right? So that's one session. That's one full body session within 2 days, right? So if you guys take a look right here, we have 3 sessions that I'm training each muscle group. So I'm training each muscle group 3 times a week, getting volume, a lot of volume in, right? But it's more than just training the muscle groups. For me, I've been training for about 4 to 5 years. I never really got serious about it until like, I would say a year and a half ago. So for me, I want to optimize, my gains as a natural bodybuilder. Especially if you're a natural athlete, competitor, whether it's a bodybuilder, physique competitor, bikini, so on. You don't want to rely on what the bros say. You want to rely on evidence. You want to rely on science, because science is what's going to get you further in the career, in your career. And a lot of this stuff is not just made up from a bro. It's science. But the thing is, it's not something you want to jump into. It's something just to keep in mind. Me personally, I'm experimenting with the push-pull split. Now who's to say if it's going to work or not? I don't know, but it's worth giving it a shot. It's worth trying different things out. That's what's important when it comes to training. If you don't enjoy your training, you're not going to perform optimal in the gym, and you're not going to make as great as gains as you would, if you're going to the gym with a great mindset, a goal, and so on. So definitely look into this if you have some time. Like, share, and subscribe. See you guys later.